So today we are working on making 2 cheap item barrels and a monkey wrench. So right now I am cooking up a bit of bronze for us to make our monkey wrench with. And then I have 9 galena gems here that we're going to use for the rods for the cheap barrels. So let me go ahead and shut that off. I love these pincers. Makes this so much easier to deal with. Alright, so drop these in here. And hey, look at that. We didn't even actually turn it off yet because I am running on regular lignite again. So that kind of points out the fact that if it's still burning, even shutting the air off to it is not going to kill it. That's why you use the smaller ones if you're doing something that's higher heat, or if you're new, you still probably want to do that just to be careful. And it's also a good idea to keep something on your hot bar that you can throw in just in case it starts turning yellow, because if it turns yellow, it's just about to blow up. So as soon as these get heated, we can go ahead and get the lead poured. Now for the lead, we actually need one last mold. So let's get that made. And that is our long rod mold. Alright, so we now have lead. Shut that down. Now you can make long rods with regular rods and a hammer, but it is much easier to just pour them that way in the first place. Now I am not taking out that last piece of lead because that is still burning. I can see the smoke. I may actually throw this lead back in. Okay, I think we're off now. Okay, good. As we've got 4 ingots of this here. Wait a minute, that's only 3. Okay, I miscounted. Why'd I grab 9? I needed 12. Because it is 3 per. And this is why you should use sand instead of gravel, because it'll turn to flint on you. Alright, let's see. I don't have... Alright. Give me one more of these gold ones. Also, by the way, I may not put a door on my cave, but I did block it up here so they can't come up. So we won't be quite so annoyed any longer. So let this get cooked up, and this is only going to be 1 thing of lead, so this should be really quick. And then we can get on with what we have to do today. Which, did I put my... Yes, I did. Alright, get that shut off. So, first thing we need to do is make a screw. So, that's what we're going to need to make our... Are you done? You're done. Good. Alright, and don't touch that crucible. It's hot. Alright, so first things first, we will make our monkey wrench, which is a screw, 4 plates, a screwdriver, and a hammer. So we have our screwdriver here. I don't think that's going to work unless I go all the way to bronze. Yeah, that's crystalline crap. Where the hell is bronze in this list? Okay, screw that. It'll be way easier to just do this. So luckily we've got the bronze here, and we have our hammer, and there we go. We have our monkey wrench. So for molds, it will tell you no direction, but that says auto input redstone. So if we had picked a direction by going in the middle, it tells it if it's going to use redstone or no redstone. If you go to the pour side here, it'll say auto input on or off, and you can set each one a different direction, so be careful of that. If you swap from this side or that side or off of one of these, the crosses do absolutely nothing. They are basically just an extension from the crucible. So like if I wanted this one to auto pour, I would click there and it would auto pour. Now be careful if you're doing an alloy, like say you were making bronze and you had tin and copper in there, it's going to pour when the first available liquid or metal is liquid. So you'll have a tin rod come out instead of bronze. So that's where you need the redstone, which we will get into that when we actually start automating this. And you can also use the monkey wrench on the hopper. So if we come down here and we get to our hopper, so there's a few different settings that we can do. We can use the screwdriver, which changes the stack size. So so with it set to default, it will knit anything that is in this buffer up to a full stack. But by hitting it with the screwdriver, it will emit a stack size of that's divisible by that number. So, and this is basically for this setting exactly the same as the 64 and 1, exactly the same. But if you go to 2, now it has to be an even number. You set it to 3, divisibles of 3, so on and so forth, all the way back up. And you can just shift to go backwards. For the monkey wrench, that will emit up to 1 stack. But if we hit it with the screwdriver, you will see now that it says emits exact stack size of 1. So it will now put out items 1 at a time instead of an entire stack. Same with 2, it will now do 2 items at a time, and so on and so forth. And when we get into actually redstoning it, then we will be able to, this will give us the ability to send in certain materials at a certain quantity where the redstone falls. And then the soft hammer will reset it back to factory default. You also have the magnifying glass, which we haven't actually made yet, which I do believe we have a piece of glass around here. We have 2 of them. We actually need a glass pane. Glass melts at 1200. I haven't gotten any. I like gems way better, but we can go ahead and do this. Just throw a piece of glass in there, and we will light this up. You'll notice 1 glass is worth 9 material. So we've got a pretty decent amount of glass in there right now. And a pane is just a plate. So we're going to heat that up and pour us a pane of glass. You can use a basin. Right here. That's the recipe for it. And actually pour your glass as glass panes. Alright, so there is a pane of glass. Glass heats up very, very fast. Where are my... There they are. There's my pincers. So now if we take that pane of glass and a stick, as I said, it heats up very fast. So that, my friends, is why you are very careful with your crucible, because if you're not, it will go boom. And that's also why I said I'm going to make a second one, because we'll need it. Because no matter how many years I've been doing this, I still screw up. And in this time, I literally screwed up because I was busy thinking about something else, and that is what will cause most of your issues, is when you think you have it turned off and you think it's going to go out before it does, and you get distracted with something else. Alright, pick my stuff up. You will notice, though, that's why I backed away when I first did that, because I was quite worried it was going to blow up, because that glass got done rather quick. But I didn't think it would after I actually walked away. So there is a Railcraft magnifying glass. I want a GregTech one. I thought it was just a glass pane. Oh no, you actually have to make the lens, Goofus. It's been a while since I've made one from glass. There we go. I normally make them out of gems. So you can make these out of any lens. Alright, so with that, I can actually come down here and hit the magnifying glass on the hopper, and it'll actually tell me what the setting is. Magnifying glass is a very important in GT6. It will give you information on all kinds of things. Like our molds, it'll tell us what the mold is. It'll also tell us what the settings are. So if you ever have a question on if it is set to auto pour, if it's set to redstone, you can check it with that. So magnifying glass, very important tool to have. Now let's go ahead and go grab some wood, and let's make our item barrels. Alright, so we need a chest and 4 planks of wood per item barrel. We're going to make 2. We're going to end up making tons of these, but for right now we're making 2, which is exactly what we need at the moment. I will probably be making a 3rd here shortly, but 2 will be enough for today. Alright. Beams. That's 48. That should be enough for right now. Have me a steak. And let's go get this done. And I missed that jump again. Cannot believe I have missed that. 2 videos in a row. Really? Would you stop with the torch? There we go. Alright, so first we need 2 chests. There we go. We need a hammer, and we need a soft hammer, but we also need a saw. So let's switch this over here. Back to our saw. So soft hammer there. Our saw will go there. Chest up on the top. You can use lead, bronze, or brass for your long rods there. I'm using lead. And then planks, and that gives you your cheap item barrels. And that should give us our quest here, which you can see there's 2 different ones. That one is the bronze. So when they originally made this up, they didn't add the brass one. There's very little chance you're probably going to make the brass one, but it should be in there. I'll note that to Chubby. This is one of the holdover recipes from Mirror Day, who started this book. Alright, so what we're going to do with this, basically it's an item barrel, holds items. We are going to use it first off for all of this limestone. And one really nice thing about this is that we can actually pick up this item barrel with what it has in it. And hopefully there is enough water in there, which there is. We're going to give me that back, always at the edge. We've got glue. And we have some bark here. I'm probably going to have to, I need to go get some more water. I think it's 1 water bucket per. So let me run and go grab a bit of water from the river over here. Excuse me, pardon me. And make sure it's river water. Don't go to an ocean. Nope, go away. Alright, so river water. And the nice thing is, if you use river water, it will not take the water out. It'll just fill up your bucket, because rivers are infinite. And if you have noticed, there aren't any of those little water pools and lava pools around. Greg has luckily gotten rid of them, so you don't have to worry about them anymore. Hi guys, pardon me, we're going this way, and you guys cannot get to me now. The spider can get to me though. Alright, so we're going to put that, ow, off me. Where is my... Did I put my bow away? Did you fall down in there? Either fell in there or took off. Alright, what in the heck did I pull out of there? Mulch. Why did I get mulch? That was supposed to give me paper. Thought we could use... Oh no, 4 of these make... Great. I thought that bark worked just like sawdust, and I could use that for making paper. Alright, well, that shows what I know. Now, I'm wondering... I really don't think this is going to work, but I've got to try it. No, cannot hammer down a piece of plank. Alright, so I'm going to have to go get some sugar cane because I need to make some paper. And since we don't have wood pulp, the only other way I know to do this is sugar cane. So I'm going to look it up real quick just to make sure. But yeah, we can do it that way, which is not the way I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be doing it this way, where 100 liters of water and wood pulp will give you paper, but you can also do sugar cane if I can find it. It'll... Wait a minute. I know the problem. I'm an idiot. Why do I always do this? I need a bath. I don't know why I always do this. This is a mixing bowl. I need a bath. One second, I'll be right with you. I knew bark would work. I swore I had done it before. Wait a minute, I can't do a bath. I can't make the wooden bath. Oh yeah, I can. It takes regular thing. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna screw this up all over today. So, we're doing lead. We're doing tinies. I've blown up 1 crucible today. I'm not blowing up 2. So, for the bath, I need a long rod. And it needs to be lead. And I need 5 planks of wood. I have that. I also need glue, which I've already made. But I had that for something else. Now we're going to use it for this. So let me get this here. And as soon as that gets done, we'll make our bath. And I guarantee you, when Greg watches it, he's going to laugh his ass off at just how stupid I was. Alright, let's get that out of there. Alright, so bath. We have bathing pot. There are 2 different ones, and the actual bath machine, and the multi-block large version. We want this one. So we need glue, saw, hammer, 5 planks of wood, and a long lead rod. And so that is what we're going to do. So that, and that, these, and our saw, and our glue. And there is our bathing pot. Alright, and so that... Hey, we don't have any water left. It's almost daytime. That guy can just stay down there. Let's go grab water. From the river again. Eat me a steak on the way. And bloop. There's our water. Now we can go and make our paper. And it's only 100 liters of water. So one bucket should do all 3 pieces of paper that I need. Let's see if our spiders bugged off on us. Nope. Alright. Now let's go ahead and kill you. And while we're here, we'll take you out. And since you're hanging around up here, we do not want you coming down and being a pest. We'll get rid of you as well. Alright, now water in the bathing pot. And by the way, just so everybody knows, this is a wooden bathing pot. Do not try to do anything molten in here. It's not a good idea. Alright, so there's our 3 pieces of paper we needed. Now we need to come out here and get another sticky resin so we can make more glue. That goes in a mixing bowl and our bottle on the edge. Alright, so now with the 3 of them and that, we can make a roll of tape. And now we are prepared to move this over to our new home. So we can just pick that up, carry it along with us, and it's got the 1180 cobblestone in it. It's nice and tells you what's actually in it. And when you place it down, it is still taped until you take either a knife or a pair of scissors to it. And the tape is not 1 use per wrapping it up. It's 1 use per item in the barrel. So this had 10,000 uses on it. It now has 1180 because there are 1180 off. So it has 8820 left. Now you can put the 4 of these that are used together and make a new one. So if you get 4 of them that are of any breakage, so even if you use 4 of them down to just 1, you can make a brand new roll of tape by putting them together. It's a nice way of getting rid of useless rolls that are too small to use for anything. And now we are going to get one more thing done today. For that, I'm going to need 3 sticks, 5 leather, and I do believe it's my saw. And that is going to make us a sap bag. Now, there are multiple uses for this sap bag. It's a resin or sap bag. So one is we can put it on our rubber tree, and now it will collect up to a stack of sticky resin for us, rather than being able to just pull one single out of there. And you'll notice there is no node on this tree. They're never up in the leaves, so don't bother doing the IC2 thing of breaking off the leaves. They will always be below if there is one. And for this, there is not one. And unfortunately, we cannot make one. It would be nice if we could, but we can't. But what we can do, we can come over here to our maple tree, and we can use our hand drill on it and make a place to put our sap bag on there, and now it will collect us maple sap. And if we look up maple, here is our maple sap. We can use it with string and a stick to make 6 torches. We can also make maple sap in bottles if we choose. We can eventually be able to distill it down to maple syrup with some water. We can also dry it eventually into sugar. For 1/4 of a bucket will give you sugar. This is a really nice way of getting it, and it'll give you a little bit of distilled water back. And the rest of that is just recipes for the bucket. So not a bad way of getting torches if you don't have a rubber tree. Rubber tree is better in my opinion. You don't need the string. But if you happen to have a spider farm and got tons of string, not a bad option. And it gives you something you can drink as well. But we're going to be using it on here to collect our sticky resin. And that is what I will be using for torches. We can also use it for fuel, as I've discussed. Oh, I did forget to tell you guys with the rubber tree. Don't break your leaves. Even though you cannot find a node up in there, breaking your leaves will cause the tree to create less resin because you're literally killing the tree. The leaves are the way that trees breathe. And if you cut off all of the leaves, they can't breathe, they will die, they will not produce resin. So, don't cut your leaves off, you need them. So, no making big, fields of penises. I know you guys love doing that, you're kind of weird. But I want to make sure that I got that told to you guys. But that is going to be it for today. We have all of our tools done now. Excuse me. We have our item barrels done. I forgot to collect my cookies. Let me collect my cookies. And our next thing to do is get us a better crafting table and a thermometer. And the thermometer takes mercury, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. I have gone and checked at least a couple of the redstones that I have found, and they have just been vanilla-esque veins. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go back and check the live stream, and you'll see me dig down. That's why I have a vanilla diamond pick, is because I found like 3 of them. And if they have redstone and gold, they're also going to have diamonds in it. And so I figure if Greg's going to spam those stupid vanilla-esque veins everywhere, that most of us that play GT6 don't like the fact they exist, which includes me, I'm going to make a vanilla diamond pick with it. So I did. It's like the first vanilla diamond pick I've made in GregTech 6 in, well, just about ever. But we need Cinnabar to do so. So I'm probably, if nothing happens, I always have to put this disclaimer in because something normally does. If nothing happens, we're going to do another live stream on Saturday morning. Thanks to everybody that showed up this Saturday for our live stream, or this last Saturday. We had a lot of fun. But I will do another live stream this Saturday, which if you're watching this when it come out will be tomorrow. It'll be early in the morning if you're in America. It'll be somewhere around noon if you're in Europe. I usually start somewhere around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, Central Standard Time. But we'll go and see if we can find a proper redstone vein. If not, we're going to have to switch gears and do this a little bit differently. Excuse me. Than what the book is talking about here, because getting mercury without a vanilla redstone vein is a bit of a pain in the butt. But we will get into that if we have to then, but I will go ahead and make this in our next video, which will be next Monday. So I will see you guys then. Hopefully we will have some sort of building done over there and maybe be out of this cave on Monday. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Hope you enjoyed. If so, hit the buttons, do the things. Love y'all, and see you next time.